On and welcome. I want today to make a quiz game, so this cat is going to be my host. I'm just going to leave his name as Sprite 1. Okay, I'm going to choose a background. You can make your own or find one online. I always do the one where he's on the stage. Okay. How about this one, where he's at the concert? Great. So this one's going to be a little more interactive, guys. Who's talking back there like crazy? Wyatt? Lucas? Why don't you guys find your old seats and get logged in there, all right? Come on now. You too, Ken. Back row is first. There's nothing that's going to do you good in that back row. Okay? The back row is just, if you're hanging out there to hang out, it's nothing but disappointment. Okay, so I want this cat. First thing I always want to do is just give him a move position, so he's always going to start like right there, whatever. And I'm going to get him to just maybe say hello, welcome to the game. Hello, welcome to my Who Wants to Be a... It's going to be like a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire type game. Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You know that old game show. Alright. And what we're going to do is we're going to get him to ask a question right away. What is the world's... I don't know. You could come up with any theme you want. I'm just going to make a random question. What is the world's largest mammal? I don't know. Whatever. Something like that. Whatever you want. Doesn't have to be that. Okay. And so here, we're not going to check if they type anything in. We're actually going to post answers to the screen and have our user click those answers. Okay? So let's go ahead and make 4 sprites. So I'm going to go and draw them under paint here. Right there. I'm just going to draw 4 nice little squares. I'll probably draw them like in my Pong game where I draw them all from the center here. And purple, I might change that to something a little more muted because my background's already purple. But these can all be user decisions later. Okay, that looks big enough for me. Okay. So I'm going to put that there. That will be my first answer. And I'm going to give this sprite some code as well that says, when clicked, I also want a go-to for that one as well. So it makes sense, right? And so that's good. And here, I think you can duplicate sprites by right-clicking on them. I might call this answer 1 to keep track of it for later. Give them all names, right? So I'm going to right-click and hit duplicate. I'll right-click and hit duplicate, and I'll right-click and hit duplicate. So I have 4, which is great. They're all over the place, so I'm actually going to grab the second one, put them there. Okay. And I'm going to drop in a go-to statement. Then the third one, I'll put them wherever I want them. Somewhere here, maybe out of the cat's way. Okay. And then I'm going to drop in that go-to statement. Fourth one, going to put it right there. Yeah. And then I'm going to drop in that go-to statement. So they'll all be in those spots when I run my project. Perfect. Let's see what it does. Not much right now. What is the world's largest mammal? Blue whale. Okay, so let's put some answers in there. And we also have to have the person click on these too, so that's going to be an issue. We're going to have to sort out. The other thing is, what we want to do for all of these is probably make a new costume, right? Can we duplicate a costume? Yes, we can. So if I zoom in on my costume, I'm going to duplicate it. So that's my second costume, and I'm going to write the right answer in here. Or an answer, because I need 4 separate ones, right? So right now it's typing in blue, which I don't want. I want it to be typing in black so that it looks, so I can actually see it. Okay. So I'll type in a couple of wrong answers. Elephant. Marmoset. I'm not sure how to spell that, though. There we go. Great. Okay. My second answer, I'll make a duplicate for that costume. You'll see that as I'm going down through questions, I'll just be making a new costume so that it changes the words on them. So this one, chinchilla. Okay, maybe I'll make the third answer. Notice how they all have blank costumes to start? That's just so that they look blank when you first start the game. Jellyfish. Blue whale. I'll put the right answer there. Okay. And then I'll put a giraffe here, maybe. Again, come up with your own questions and answers later as we go along. Giraffe. Cool. There we go. Okay. So what happens when I start my project? Who wants to be a millionaire? What's the world's largest mammal? These all show up. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the code for all of these answers and set all their costumes to the first costume. So they're all blank to start. Switch costume to costume 1. 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 Perfect. Run that project. They're all blank for now. You can switch costumes, and that's how we're going to deal with our questions. Try to get like between 5 to 8 questions for this project. Okay, so now it's the cat's job to start talking to the sprites. He's going to do that with this broadcast command, okay? Broadcast. Broadcast question 1. That is going to make sure all the other sprites know that the first question has been launched. Inside of all that code, we'll just go when I receive question 1. For now, all we're going to do is say switch to costume 2. If you ever want to duplicate code, you can grab it and pull it in.
It's really warm in there, I blame you.
Oh, is it? Sorry. You can turn it down. Okay, so they all have that now. And when we run it, should now switch all our answers for us. What's the world's largest mammal? And then we want to be able to click on these, okay? So let's do the ones where we get the wrong answers first. Good? Okay, that's it. Ken, Lucas, are you guys coding? Logan, can you sit down? What the heck's going on here? If anyone should be paying attention, it's you guys. Now, okay, so here's what I'm going to do with each question. I'm going to make a loop to check if the person touches that answer. So under control, I want this forever loop to be constantly checking. I need an if statement to see if they're touching the sprite and to see if their mouse is being released, actually. So, okay, here we go. If I am touching the mouse pointer, okay, so I'm on the elephant one right now. If I'm touching the mouse pointer, then I'm going to put another if statement in here. Oh wait, I got an idea. I need an and statement in here. So if I'm touching the mouse pointer, oops, and the mouse is down. There's a command called mouse down, I think, somewhere. Right here. Okay. So if I'm touching the mouse pointer and my mouse is down, I'll know they clicked there. But here's what I gotta do. I gotta wait till mouse is not down. So I actually want them to release the mouse button, and then I'll know they clicked on it. Okay? If I just do a mouse down, it'll register that they clicked on it like 50 times. However long it took for the mouse to, like however long the mouse was down for is like 30 times a second or whatever, right? Okay, so I'm gonna wait until the mouse is not down. And that will allow me to click on these things. So what I could do here just to see if it works is I could get it to say hello. And let's run it, and let's see if I click on elephant if it'll say hello. It does. Okay? It doesn't for the other three, so I don't have any code in there, but it knows that I'm clicking on this thing, and that's a good thing because now I can tell what answer they clicked on. So that's good news. And for this one, all I have to do is broadcast that they got it wrong. Broadcast wrong. And then I'll get the cat to quit the game. If you ever see someone got the wrong answer, then it's the cat's job to maybe add score or add whatever. Okay? So the cat's job is then to go say, when I receive wrong, somewhere over here, he could just quit the game and say, you failed, you let us down. I mean, ultimately, I'll want to try to keep score. You failed your task. Whatever you want, okay? And then you can quit the game too. There's like a stop all there. Okay. And actually, that would quit my game now. If I click on elephant, my whole game will quit. See that? You failed your task, and now the game is done. Okay? So, I could copy this code to the other wrong ones. Duplicate. I'm actually going to copy it to all 4 of them. Whoa. What did I do there? That was crazy. Can I undo that? I'm going to grab this code and pull it into answer 2. When it shakes, I'll know it's like there. It's hard to tell. There it is. I'll grab this code and pull it into answer 3. And I'll grab it and pull it into answer 4. So now all 4 of them will quit. If I click on them. Let's have a look. What's the world's largest animal? If I click on blue whale, it quits my game. If I click on giraffe, it quits my game. And if I click on chinchilla, it quits my game. It sends a message to the cat that you failed it. Perfect. So the only one that's right is the answer number 3. So we have to go here and not broadcast wrong. Okay. What we're going to do is broadcast question number 2 because you got it right. Okay? Got peace? No.
Did you take my remote?
Yeah, the kids were playing. Sorry.
I was going to say, where's my remote?
Sorry. Okay. So now I'm going to broadcast question 2. The cat is now going to wait till he receives question 2, and then he'll know you got the right answer because you're on the second question. So he'll ask his second question and maybe keep track of how much money you've made. Great work. So let's run it and see if I click on Blue Whale. Will he say great work? Come on now. Yes, he does. And if I click on the other ones, watch though, it breaks my game. Okay? So we gotta fix that too. We gotta make sure that you can't click on the other ones if you get the right answer. But the other ones all quit, and Blue Whale makes him say great work. So that's a good start. Now all we have to do is we have to go into each question, right? We'll duplicate this code. Okay. But here we'll say when I receive question 2. I gotta switch to costume 3, and I don't have a costume 3 for any of these yet. I have to come up with a second question as well, so maybe I'll say, what is the capital city of, I don't know, Australia? That's one a lot of people get wrong all the time. So that'll be a good trick question. Okay. So he is now receiving question 2, and this guy is now receiving question 2. He has got to switch to costume 3. I don't have a costume 3 for any of these yet. So I'm going to go ahead and add a third costume and give it a better answer than elephant. I'll take Sydney first. Sydney for that one. Here, I'll make this one the right answer. Canberra, in case you didn't know. Here, I'll make this one Melbourne. Melbourne. And here, I'll make this one Australia City. You guys ever heard of that one? Doesn't work. Maybe I'll shrink it a bit. I don't know. It's kind of hard to get it squeezed in there, but gotta play with it. Australia City. One of my favorites. That's good. I don't know. We're gonna have a few days to play with all this stuff, so don't sweat all the little minor details right now. I'm just gonna add 2 questions, get it running, and then you can kind of make it your own. Okay, so great. I now have a third costume, and if I want to add another question, I'll make a 4th costume, and so on and so forth. So all of these, when they receive question 2, will switch to costume 3. Costume 3. Costume. Oh! Did I screw that one up? Did I overwrite it? I wrote Melbourne, but I got rid of my Blue Whale. Dumb. Blue Whale. I have to duplicate my thing and then do Melbourne. Probably did that with the 4th one too. Melbourne. Great. Yeah, I did it with this one too. Just gonna copy that. What did I put for this one originally? For the giraffe, right? Giraffe. Here, I'm gonna duplicate this one and I'm gonna put in Australia City. Okay, I'm happy with that. 3 costumes, so now I can go into the code. Whoa. When I receive question 1, when I receive question 2, but I'm missing something here. Something got messed up. Okay. When I receive question 1, switch to costume 2. When I receive question 1, switch to costume 2. Hold on a sec, something's messed up here. Happy with that. When I receive question 1, switch to costume 2. I don't need that extra one in there. And then when I receive costume 1, switch to costume 2. That's good. I'm happy with that. So if I click blue whale, it should give me a correct answer. If I click any of the other ones, it says I failed. Perfect. Okay. So this one is wrong in the second question. I'm going to duplicate this one and say, see how complicated it gets. Okay. I'm going to duplicate this one. Switch to costume 3. And I'm going to duplicate this one. And switch to costume. Cool. That should say question 2. That should say question 2. I'm just going to keep copying and pasting all our code. So let's look. Let's see if it switches to question 3 now. I get the right answer. What's the world's largest mammal? Blue whale. Whoa, great work. What's the capital city of Australia? Now we can go in and check. All of these are wrong for now, I think. Actually, that one's not. Okay, Sydney's wrong. So we broadcast wrong. Happy with that. One thing we need to do though, and we'll need to do this on all other sprites as well, we're gonna have to put a stop other scripts in this sprite. If you don't do this at the front of all your questions, it'll keep running this in the background. It'll run all the code for question 1 in the background. So if we're on question 2, we want to stop all other questions from running, just in case they're running in the background. So that one's correct, it's wrong. This one, I also want to stop every other script in this sprite. This is also this is the right answer, so I'm going to go ahead and broadcast correct, or I'm going to broadcast question 3 now, and then add a third question, and so on and so forth. This one, I also want to stop all other scripts. For every other one, I want to do that as well. Just don't want any question 1 scripts running, or else it'll think I quit. It'll think my game is broken. So I'm going to hit that one. I'm going to stop all other scripts in this sprite as well. And I should be able to move on to my second question. Let's have a look. So where's our mammal? Blue whale. Great work. What's the capital city of Australia? If I click on any of these 3, it should quit my game. If I click on this one, it should do nothing now. Go for it. Okay. So see if you can work out those details. There's a lot of little details in there. And we're working on it all week. And make your game your own. Come up with a cool idea, topic. Okay, it doesn't have to be the cat. It doesn't have to be the stage. It doesn't have to be my questions. Come up with a way to keep track of if they're getting it right. Do they get money or points or something like that? And that will be your job this week to do. Okay, you have a good start here. So I'll post this to YouTube. You can check it out along the way if you need to, and that's what we'll be working on.